Alright, hey guys, this is Matt, back on another video. This is a post commentary, obviously. This is what, as you can see the video title, what I'm calling the last stand of the Spanish. This was a Age of Empires 2 game that I played a few nights ago, and basically I played against two moderate AI, which moderate AI are actually a bit harder than they seem. Mainly, they really aren't that hard. If you can defend against the rushes early, you can usually go through it with them, but the biggest problem with AI is that at this point in the game, as you can see, you'll see they constantly attack you, and they will not attack each other. AI are completely incapable of attacking each other, even if they are on opposite teams. It's kind of a pain, but there isn't too much you can do about it, unfortunately. In this game, I didn't really try to win this game at a certain point either. I decided to just sit back and say, you know, how long can I actually defend this? I'm playing as Spanish, obviously. Conquistadors are really good micro defense units. I just stuck them all in the castle to heal because my castle is good, and I cut there to win the castle, kicked all the men out forcibly. I have them all in one control group 1, so I can quickly switch to them and move them. And as you can see, also, I accidentally did not tell Fraps to... it's hiding my mouse cursor. That was kind of an accident on my part. So, but you can see the little red square clicking around, you just can't see the mouse. And as you probably notice also that there's dead bodies everywhere. I do have a mod that makes it that dead bodies do not disappear. They're supposed to decay in this version to skeletons, but they don't. So that's broken, and I don't really know how to fix it. I tried, but I don't exactly know how all the code in Age of Empires works. So I wasn't able to do that. I'm fighting... Whenever I see siege onagers, I have to kill those immediately, because that's the reason that I only have as many soldiers as I have. I had a lot more, but they've all died over time. A lot of them died to siege onagers, because those things, if they hit you, they do a ton of damage. I don't exactly remember what is going on. I'm killing trebuchets. Blue's attacking me. I think I have all my villagers in town center, so I'm not as worried about that. And they aren't... Oh, my castle's still alive, actually. They're still trying to kill the castle. Never mind, it's dead. So, yeah, Blue... I don't know what was with Blue. They got the message that they should just send armies of champions. Unfortunately, since I can micro my conquistadors around, once you get the speed upgrade for conquistadors at the stables, and then you get armor upgrades for them, which they use the archer armor upgrades, they're really tough to kill. And especially melee units, you can just micro around them. These would be actually a really good counter to the Persians. War elephants typically are considered to be a very overpowered unit, but conquistadors could probably kill them easily because their gunpowder, how they use the rifles instead of standard archery. I just cut like a blank space there. There wasn't really anything happening. This is the next major attack. But back to the Persians. I don't think gunpowder units have to deal with armor the same way that archers do. So conquistadors, I'm pretty sure, would be pretty effective against war elephants, because they're a great micro unit. War elephants cannot keep them, and you could just kite them around all day. These are a great defensive unit again. They really aren't... They're inaccurate at ranges, but what you're doing with this, they're usually hit all the time. When you have this many, you see them, they straight up one-shot champions. Pretty much even when I only get down to having 6, they still one-shot. These are elite conquistadors, so they do 18 damage per hit, which is a lot of damage. And I'm not sure if armor actually diffuses that at all. I think it still does its full damage even when they have armor, because it's a gun. So I just run around, microing around. You can see all the units that I've killed. I originally had a castle, 2 bomber towers, and 2 keeps defending, but eventually those all just got destroyed. The castle was the last to go, obviously. I just couldn't keep up with it. I could not keep up with 2 attacks coming at once. That's really, really hard to deal with. No, there was a monk that tried to confirm me there. But they send a lot of siege rams. When you're in the Imperial Age, late Imperial Age, you can see the game It's going 2 hours. I do play at normal speed, which I find it funny that normal speed is 1.5 times real time. You can see how long this game has been going. I've been defending for an extremely long time. I just started recording at this point in the game because this is when my defenses started to fail. When the castle started to fail, that's when I started recording. I didn't expect it to take as long as it did. I seriously expected it to last like 5 more minutes, but since I only had my conquistadors to do things, I've actually converted one of my guys there. They had like 4 monks converting it because I was having to deal with the Onagers. That Onager just did a moonwalk, I'm pretty sure, but I wasn't worried about the monks. I had to take care of the Onager. That was an unfortunate loss that I probably could have gone without. And now the champ. I just love having the champions run around. That Jaguar warrior could probably keep up with me, but he's being slowed down by the champions, and the AI do not know how to micro worth anything. That is the big thing with the AIs, they cannot micro. They don't make any mistakes macro-wise, but their unit micro is absolutely horrible. They don't prioritize targets very well. And I mean, if he was smart, he wouldn't even try to attack the conquistadors. He would just be attacking buildings. I have all of my villagers over there. Eventually, I actually have an army of villagers in the enemy base at the second. The Spanish, their special castle ability, if you don't know, it's called Supremacy. It gives villagers really good combat ability. I believe it boosts their attack to 9, their health to 80, and both of their defenses, I think, to 5 or 6. So they become really good at combat. They can actually hold their own in combat and kill units in the group. They aren't obviously meant to throw against an army, but I had no point for them because the biggest problem with this, I could have gone indefinitely if I had more gold, but I ran out of gold in my main base. I had nowhere else to mine, so that's why this ended up in the situation it was. Until that point, I was just pumping out conquistadors, and I was creating a lot more than I was losing, but that all changed with Fire Nation attack. No, I'm not going to go there. Even though they are red. I was actually going to go do a final soul here. I'm looking over the carnage that I created on this battlefield, which this is absolute nuts just to look at how many units have been killed. You'll see at the post-game summary how many units actually were killed. But then I realized there's an attack coming, I may as well keep defending. See, this is what I hate. You see the camel. Camels are really fast units, but they're slowed down by the rest of the army. And also the AI, you can attack them like this, and until they get to their objective, they basically won't attack back. More stupid AI things. But then again, this is like 90s AI, it wasn't as advanced as today's. And there is no attack move command in this game either, so you had to micro units if you wanted to attack. Which, that was the big thing with StarCraft, is that the attack move command completely changed the dynamics of how micro works. Because generally you don't have time to quite do what I'm doing. But I have plenty of time because it's literally the only thing keeping me alive. See, they run their units straight into me, literally touching me, but they won't attack because they haven't reached their objective yet. You'd think the AI, at least, would be smarter than that, but they aren't. You can see my palisades. I don't know, usually when I play and I build palisades, whatever they're called, usually when I build them, the enemy don't really attack them. If you leave a hole in your wall, they usually will completely ignore your walls and just go straight try to go straight through the hole in your wall, because it's the easiest route. But they didn't do that this game. I was kind of surprised. Maybe it's because of where I put my towers. Oh, there's this. See, I don't know. Blue seemed to go melee, and red seemed to get better archer units. Oh, I sped up here because this is just another attack. I'm defending, and you've seen the micro going around for a while now. I eventually killed this attack off. After a little bit, this took a while because this is so many champions. But I can one-shot champions just microing around them. So really, this is no threat to me. This is another thing I don't like about the AI here is that there's no possible way that I don't think why is that army retreating? I don't think any human could ever get as many units in a game as these guys do. I feel like they have to have some sort of resource cheat because the amount of units that they built is absolutely ridiculous. It would cost so many resources to do it. I mean, I have a lot. If I had sold all of my wood, I probably would have had a lot more money. Because you can see I have a massive amount of wood. I focus extremely heavily on wood from the very early game, because early game when you have to build a lot of farms to get food, it's really important to get a lot of wood, because farms in early game are expensive until you can get a really good wood production down. I really, my macro this game wasn't impressive. I think my villager high was like 30 something. It should be a lot higher than that, but I wasn't really building my base that well apparently. And I was focusing a lot more on trying to defend against the attacks, but in the time that I had that they weren't really attacking between that like castle and Imperial Age attack time, they're like early Castle Age rushes into the Imperial major attacks that they're going with now, and there's another cut. This is when I start finally losing my army. I can't one-shot champions anymore, so that became a major problem. And archers. Archers are always a major threat to these. They have, I believe, 6 pierce armor, but with how little there are against that many archers, they become a major threat. The trebuchets are kind of ridiculous trying to attack a cavalry unit, though. It's like, this is point after that, it's like, I decided, you know, this Conquistador, the final Spanish, you can look at my population, 1 out of 10 available. That ends up dropping to 1 out of 0 once they kill all my houses. But this final Conquistador, since he can't really attack anything, he's gonna make the final attack on the enemy base. The last stand of the Spanish. This actually lasts a few minutes. I don't try to kill all the two-handed swordsmen. I think I clicked on the map over there, just a shortcut to the map. I'm looking over the carnage of the battlefield one final time to see what we did. The battle may have been lost, but the war was definitely won. Actually, it wasn't. We lost the war, too. But the amount of units that we took down would be devastating. I don't think any human player could have won a game after losing that many units. I don't think their resources could hold. Because again, the amount of resources spent is absolutely ridiculous. Blue kind of had an advantage because I believe Blue got 5 relics this game, which you'll see once you get to the post-game summary. They got a massive amount of gold from relics this game, which I never found any relics on the map. Maybe I should have scouted around a bit more early game, but my scout died at one point, so I wasn't really able to do that. But yeah, Spanish is, besides the Persians, Spanish is my favorite civilization to play because their technology is good. They get all the chemistry stuff really well. They don't get crop rotation, which is the last upgrade at the mill to get farms with the most amount of food. They don't get that. But once you have enough wood, crop rotation isn't really that big of a deal. I don't think they get gold shaft mining, but they get stone shaft mining. But most of their technologies are really good, and they have missionaries at the monastery, which cannot pick up relics, but they are much faster monks. I believe this Arbalast is actually the guy that kills me. I may kill this one, I don't remember. Kind of got into a battle with him here, I believe he kills me. Yeah, see, they do 3 damage a hit when their full damage is like 9. 6 pierce armor helps a lot in this situation. Actually, no, they send like 5 of their Arbalast. And you may also notice one last thing, the textures are from the source engine. I took textures from the source engine and converted them to run this game. Just a quick thing, I can't, put that up on the workshop because they are copyright textures, but I'm using them. And there was the defeat. Post-game summary, I pretty quickly go over to the military stats. My total score is way above theirs. You look at military, 1,244 units killed. Out of 176 lost. The KD in that is absolute nuts. I don't actually know what it is. I don't think I can do math in time. You can see I'm getting like 5,000 achievements. And I don't know why the video just cut off. I'm gonna figure out what I got off, but you saw the units killed there. Basically, again, I went in that game to see how long I could defend. I didn't really try to win. I'm not really good at finding moderate AI. I don't really like the AI that do pretty much constantly attack with no breaks because it doesn't give you a chance to counterattack. You just have to defend. Basically, with moderate AI, you have to kill them in between the Castle and Imperial Age, or they don't, or you pretty much lose your chance because you have no time to attack. If you're doing 1 versus 1, you can usually hold them off, but when you have 2 guys attacking you that have no break in between them, that's usually the point that you can't do anything, because they will not attack each other to give a break on yourself. Kinda sucks how it works, but yeah, anyway, if I was doing like a 2 versus 2 situation, I'd probably do really good because I'd have my teammate that could attack while I focused on defense. And as you saw, I'm pretty good at defending for long periods of time against massive amounts of units, because I know how to micro pretty well with those conquistadors. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to end this here because it's already gone on long enough. I didn't expect it to be this long when I started recording again. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.